Good day, everyone. Thanks for joining us here in the chat. You tune into the Market Biz edition of Hello Company speaking. So, Zoom is under pressure. I want to show you some evidence in the charts that is suggesting Zoom is under pressure now. However, it is crunch time. The buyers must step in before Friday of September 17th, 2021. We'll get into more details on why I say that in this video. So welcome back, loyal family. If you're new here, we explore price action via candlesticks and lines. Welcome in all our new subscribers. Let's go ahead and dive right into what I'm seeing in the charts here. Sure. So today's September the 14th, 2021, and the current price of Zoom, $282.57, slightly negative 2.6% for the day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. ASMR, interesting analysis. This is kind of an unusual chart, but here's what I have. Okay, so the original lines are still the same, like kind of the $280 level down here, and the 475, just a longevity line. We don't need to discuss that right now, but the 280 is most important because that is where the market is near right now. So if you're noticing these boxes, like the 43 days, and then you have like 35 days, let me get into more into details about what I'm seeing. There's a potential weakness here in the market, guys. I'll just be totally honest with you. The reason that I have 45 days and 3 days here on the chart is because sometimes on the channel, we try to identify the relative strength between the two parties, which in markets, I'm only concerned with two parties, bulls and bears, okay? And in this case, the bulls, well, if you're new to like technical analysis, bullish just means, you know, the market's going up. Bearish just means the market will go down. So essentially, this would be like the red, the bears, and this would be the bulls. Okay. I want everyone to be on the same page here. I want to paint this as clear as I possibly can. So the 45 days is basically how long it took for the market to bounce off this red line, which is kind of the most important level for me, $280, bounce off this red line, and move up and exhaust all of the buying momentum. Okay, when I say all of the buying momentum, I'm just kind of just speaking in kind of just this little small area of here, price action between current day all the way dated back to like May the 10th, 2021. Okay, so this is how I measure the strength between the buyers. The buyers took 43 days to push the price to the upside, with the exception of the percentage measurement. I just simply count the candles. Okay, weekly candles is what we're looking at. So since the market moved up for 45 days and then it had like kind of a down and then up and then a lower high, the reason I don't count this little small area right here is because what I'm trying to do is determine the strength between the buyers and the sellers. And the way that I determine that is just by simply looking for higher highs and higher lows. And if you notice, it took the buyers 43 days to move up. However, in this little V shape, it actually made a lower high. So that's a sign of weakness. So when I see a sign of weakness, the next thing I do is I measure how long it took for the sellers to go all the way down to the previous bounce level from the buyers, which is down here at about $280. So it only took 35 days for the sellers to push the price down from the lower high down to the original area where the market had a bounce here previously. Again, just looking at the small window of price action here. So that leads me to believe that there is probably going to be more selling pressure than buying here in the short term, unfortunately. But that does not mean that the market will not have a reaction near the $280 level, as it is close to that level right now as we speak. So let's just say that there is a move higher at some point here in the short term. The only thing that I personally would look for is just look at the candles bodies. We can even look at the like something like this. If you look really closely, let's move some of these lines. The only thing I do, guys, is nothing spectacular. Okay, I just look at the candles bodies. Notice the candles bodies on the 3-day candles here, right about. Let me just point it out for you here. Pardon the lag. So like right here, if you can see that, it's like $290. So since the previous level where the reaction was from the kind of the sell pressure. When you're looking at red candles, it's not random. It's definitely a big sell order or small sell orders coming into the market. So looking at this 3-day candle here at about August the 30th, the close was at $290. Okay. Notice how there was a little small, little dead cat bounce, I guess we can call it right now. It moved up, and then now it's continuing lower than the previous swing low from the sellers. Okay, remember, just look, buyers and sellers. So in order for this active 3-day candle, remember this is an active candle here. It has about a day and 1 hour to close. If the buyers are going to essentially do what they've done for the past 3 candles, let me just kind of draw it out so you can see what I mean when I say 3 candles. These 3 candles right here. So essentially, if the buyers are here and they're going to do the same thing that they've done for the past 3 candles, 1 candle, 2, 3, then before the close, basically tomorrow, it will close above $290. Does that make sense? So that's just showing a sign of strength. If that happens, if it does not happen and this red candle closes below this box, that means for the past, the prior 3-day candles, the sellers are able to fulfill their obligation and continue the market lower, because that's all it's about, guys. Lower lows and lower highs. But if you see it closing above 290 tomorrow, that means the buyers are kind of within this little small area here, and they're just kind of protecting this $290 level. Do I think that's going to happen? I think it's possible, but given the fact that it only took the sellers 35 days to push the market down, in comparison to the buyers 43 days to push the market up, I'm going to say there's probably a little bit more selling pressure here, but let's give the market time, okay? It's still above $280. I definitely wanted to stop and just kind of give you guys the story, kind of the backstory on what I'm seeing in the price action, and to truly determine the strength between the buyers and the sellers. But although it took less time for the sellers to push the price down back to the $280 level, now is the time for the buyers. Like, they really have to step in, guys, this week, or they have to do it this week, guys. It would be in the best interest for the buyers to step in this week and simply close 3-day and weekly candles, at least. Let me just erase everything and make it super simple. And at least close candles bodies above the previous swing low here on the 3-day candle. It's like $289. I think I was looking at the weekly on one of my previous videos, which is I take more into consideration the weekly, the higher time frames. Yeah, I'd prefer the before Friday, September the 17th, as we mentioned on the beginning of the video, $292. If Zoom is closing below $292 by September the 17th, 2021, that's not an ideal setup for the buyers, guys. Okay, so I just want to let everyone know that that's what I'm looking for in the market. I'm not invested. It's just a really quick update for the investors. We've covered this a lot, Zoom. So that's what I would be more focused on if you are long-term invested in Zoom. I also have an alert down here at about $273 for Zoom. That's just to signal that the market just technically made a lower low. If we back out really quickly, and then we'll close the video out, just kind of starting at October the 19th, 2020 on the channel, we just look for lower lows and lower highs for a downtrend. Down, low, up, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high. And if it breaks below that alert level, that means the sellers will successfully have made a lower low. Again, let me just get the exact precise number, $273.20. Okay, that would mean the market sellers are making a lower low. And below 280, that changes the kind of everything for the Zoom market. It's no longer in an overall uptrend. It would be subjected to a pretty intense or interesting downtrend, as right now it's at a very critical point, guys. This is the week for the buyers. If they're going to show strength, must do it this week, or else, well, I'm not sure what's going to happen next, guys, but 280 is the level, okay? It has to stay above that level, okay? Let's let the markets decide what's going to happen and not make this like some sort of scare tactic, okay? So hopefully you have all the details. This week, we're looking for one level, 292. That summarizes the entire video. So go ahead and leave an appropriate thumb just below the video if you enjoyed the content, and leave a comment so that the YouTube algorithm can promote this video. If you're new, we also explore alternative markets, Bitcoin and altcoins. Kind of subscribe with us, hit the bell, and we'll send you that information when it is available. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your time. Thanks for stopping out. Execute your strategies. Remember, always be kind, and please have a strategy in these markets, guys. Okay, we'll talk soon, and bye for now.